Good Morning London. My name is Jacob Starling, and I'm your anchor for today. We begin the day with a developing story. We have word that Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy was actually present during the Lydia Bennet and George Wickham's wedding. GML News, or Chief Reporter Henry Coleman, is standing by for more coverage on the story.
Yes, Jacob. I'm here at the site of Mr. George and the now Mrs. Lydia Wickham's wedding. Now, not a lot is known about this story at the moment, but there have been reports that Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy, son of the late George and Lady Anne Darcy, was actually present at the wedding as Mr. Wickham's best man. Now, usually this wouldn't be that big of a deal, but Mr. Darcy and Mr. Wickham have history together. Mr. George Darcy, Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy's late father, rose Mr. Wickham as his godson, and when he died, he meant to leave Mr. Wickham with the parsonage and its steady income. It was Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy's job to make sure Mr. Wickham received his inheritance. However, when offered, Mr. Wickham refused to accept this parsonage and instead asked for a lump sum of money. Regardless, Mr. Darcy reluctantly granted him his wish. Reports say that Mr. Wickham spent all the money and found himself in debt.
Interesting. So why do you suppose Mr. Darcy might be attending his wedding?
Nothing is confirmed as of now, but I talked to some nearby civilians and received a multitude of possibilities. However, there was really only one that was truly convincing and plausible. A civilian suspects that Mr. Darcy told Wickham that he would pay off his debts, as well as his commission and wedding expenses, as long as he married Lydia, in an effort to save both her as well as the Bennet's family honor. The civilian claims that Mr. Darcy is likely at the wedding to make sure Wickham holds up his end of the bargain, so to speak. That's all we have on the story for now. We'll make sure to keep you updated as the day progresses. Jacob?
Well, let's take a quick break, and when we return, we'll have a quick weather report on the day. We'll now kick it over to our chief meteorologist, Henry Holman, for a weather update.
Jacob, I'm currently standing outside of Meriton right now, and it's gray skies right now, but believe me when I say it, it's going to be raining cats and dogs out here in a minute. Tornado warnings have already been issued all over London. We advise you strongly to stay in your homes and to not travel, especially by horseback, for it could cause illness or worse. Back to you, Jacob.
You guys heard it from Henry. Stay inside your homes until the warnings are all clear. We now have a special guest of Charles Bingley. How you doing, Charles?
Doing good.
So, Charles, how you been?
I've been pretty good. Been vacationing a little, away from home, my different estates, but other than that, it's been pretty good.
That's good. So, Charles, tell me a little about your sister, Caroline.
Oh, Sister Caroline. She's always been a bit obsessive in a way, but when she wants something, she puts her mind to it. She will do anything to get it, and I kind of admire that, but sometimes it's a little over the top, you know?
Yeah, I get you. So, let's see. Rumor has it that you're planning to propose to Jane. Is this true?
Yes, my sweet, lovely Jane. God, she's so beautiful. Yes, I am planning to propose this weekend, actually.
Oh, really?
So, yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
When did you guys meet?
Well, I bought an estate near hers, and we met through the county, and the rest is history. She is basically part of my family already. She's always over the estate, and it's just great. It's great having her.
All right, Charles. You guys heard it. That'll do with the interview from Charles Bingley. Well, let's send it to Ben Schmolman for some cricket highlights.
Thanks, Jacob. The Meriton cricket team is headed to the championship off the backs of William Fitzpatrick. Here's a little highlights of him. Well, that's it for the sports broadcast. Back to you, Jacob.
Well, that's all the news for today on Good Morning London. Make sure to check us tomorrow. This has been your news anchor, Jacob Starling. Good morning.
Thanks, Jacob. The Meriton cricket team is headed to the I am currently standing outside of